Hello everybody, myself Anubhuti Mishra from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. In the previous video, we have already studied about Gupta's dynasty. After that, we have studied about Harsha's dynasty, Pushyabhuti dynasty. Then after that, we have studied about the Chalukyas, the king of Chalukyas, the famous king of Chalukyas who was Pulkeshin II. And after that, we are going to study about the Pallavas. What was the learning and literature into the Pallavas dynasty? The Pallavas ruler patronized of Sanskrit scholars and were also responsible for the growth of Tamil language. In this dynasty, into the Pallavas dynasty, instead of Sanskrit, people also used Tamil language, and with the Sanskrit language, they also used the Tamil language. And the Pallavas ruler was were the scholars who used Sanskrit language into their literature, into their books, into their poetry, into their plays, whatever they write. They used the Sanskrit language, and they were the great knowledgeable persons at that time. And in this dynasty, Kanchi means Chennai. Chennai was the capital of the Pallavas dynasty, and Tamil and Sanskrit language was mainly used into the literature at that time. Scholars such as Dandin wrote Dasha Kumar Charitra and Kavya Darsh and many other literature texts into the Sanskrit. Dandin was the scholar of Pallavas court, and he had wrote Dasha Karmar Charitra. Dasha Karma Charitra. Dasha Kumar Charitra. I'm sorry for that. Dasha Kumar Charitra and Kavya Darsh were the two literary texts in Sanskrit which was written by Dandin, the court scholar of the Pallavas dynasty. Mahendravarman was a scholar himself. Mahendravarman, the first king of the Pallavas dynasty, was a scholar himself. He also took the pen. His pen name was Vichitra Chitta. Vichitra Chitta was the name of his pen, and he took his pen and composed his book, which was named as Mata Vilas Parhansana. Mata Vilas Parhansana was written by Mahendravarman himself, and he had a pen which he had provided a name which was Vichitra Chitta. Which was one of the most popular play at that time. At that time, it was one of the most popular play which was written by Mahendravarman. And what was the name of that play? Mata Vilas Parhansana. And what was the name of his pen? Vichitra Chitta. Vichitra Chitta was the name of his pen. Architecture into the Pallavas dynasty. The Pallava king patronized architecture and sculpture just as the Harsha's dynasty, just as Harshvardhan, say in the same way Pulkeshin II, and into the same way Mahendravarman, the king of the Pallavas, were also the patronized of the art and architecture. A number of rock-cut temples in South India were built by Mahendravarman first. A number of temples into the South India. Whenever you go into the South India and whenever you reach a temple, the old temple, it was made by the it was built by the Mahendravarman with the rock cuts. By cutting the rock, there were so many temples over there which was made by cutting the rock. By cutting the rock, it was made over there. His son Narasimha Varman first laid the foundation of a new city called Mahabalipuram or Mamalapuram. Narasimha Varman first laid the foundation of the first city, which was of a new city, which was known as Mahabalipuram. It is at the present time it is the place into the southern India, where numerous temples were built in this area. So many temples were built by Narasimha Varman. The Pallava are created with having built a number of temples, example Shiva temple at Mahabalipuram and Kailash temple in Kanchipuram. The Shiva temple of Mahabalipuram and Kailash temple of Kanchipuram, these were the temples which was made by the rock cuts, and the temple of Kanchipuram are another example of Pallava temple architecture. The temple of Kanchipuram was famous for the Pallavas temple architecture. The Pallavas temple architecture was also so much prosperous, and at that time the art and architecture of the Gupta's dynasty, the art and architecture of the Pushyabhuti dynasties, the art and architecture of Chalukya's dynasty, the art and architecture of Pallava's dynasty, all into you can see that into the whole India, the art and architecture, even that the science, even that the trading system was too much prosperous, was too much good at that time, and the people and the craftsmen have so much skillful, and they don't need any type of hard machinery. If we want to make the same temple today, we need a machinery to build that type of designs, but in that time, with the help of a hammer, with the help of with the help of a hammer, they used to build a very beautiful sculpture, and they used very skillful, and if they want to make a painting, they were so much skillful that each and every painting was designed very properly at that time. Matter of fact, what was the matter of fact? Importance of the temple. What was the importance of the temple at that time? Temple played an important role in the history of the South India. In the history of the South India, the temple was played the important role to tell about the history of the Southern India. The temple were also used for purposes other than worship. The temple was also used for the other purposes, such as for the ceremonies, or for the making the seminars, or for whatever they want to do. They can use that temple for many things. They became center of village gathering. The village gathering was done at the temple. Even that education, festivals, fairs, cultural activities such as music and dance, these type of things was performed into the temple hall. Meetings were also held into the temple, and where common issues concerning people were discussed. Common issues was discussed into the temple areas, into the temple hall, and merchants brought goods from distant areas and sold them into the temple complex. Merchants of different areas sold their goods into the temple campus, and temples also served as a center of learning and education, where children are taught by the priest. Temples also were used for the learning center and education, where children were taught by the priest. The priest used to teach the children, teach the children related to the education, whatever the Vedic chants and about the Bhagavad Gita's. These were the things which was done by the priest for the children into the temple. Bhakti movement. How the Bhakti movement increased into the Pallavas dynasty. Though the Pallavas were followers of Hinduism, they were tolerant toward other religion. Pallavas were the followers of the Hinduism and were tolerant about the other religions also. The same way the Guptas were the follower of the Hinduism and they were also the tolerant about other religion. Harshvardhan was the firstly the follower of Hinduism. After that he had accepted Buddhism and he was also tolerant about the other religion. Into the Chalukyas dynasty, we can say that Pulkeshin II, the king of Chalukyas, was also tolerant to other religion. In the same way, Pallavas were also tolerant to other religion. Means they allow the people of other religion to perform their worship, whatever they want to do. Next, around the time when they ruled in South India, a group of people started to believe that religion was essential, a subject of personal devotion or bhakti to the God. Around the time when they ruled in South India, a group of people started the personal devotion related to the God. Then some of these people were popularly known as Tamil saint or Bhakti saint. These saints who used to do personal devotion related to the God, then these type of saints were known as Tamil saints or Bhakti saints. They were devotees of Lord Vishnu, Alvar and Lord Shiva, Nayanars. At that time, in the southern India, into the Sanskrit language or into the Tamil language, Lord Vishnu was known as Alvars and the followers of the Lord Vishnu were known as the Alvars and the followers of the Lord Shiva were known as Nayanars. They condemned caste difference and attacked the practice of conducting rituals and ceremonies. This type of Bhakti saints had not allowed any type of caste system between them. So anyone can join them very perfectly, very easily, and they attack the practice of rituals and ceremonies which was so much expensive at that time. They have conducted the Bhakti movement against the type of ritual and ceremonies which was performed by the priest, and it was too much expensive that a normal person can't afford it. They traveled from place to place singing hymns and praise of gods. Singing hymns means singing mantras, and the praise of gods means the bhajans of the gods of the god. They travel from one place to another place, and the people who were attracted by them, they joined them very easily. These hymns were written in Tamil. The hymns which was used by the Bhakti saints was written in Tamil, which was the common language among the people. Next, the Bhakti saint commanded great respect in South India. Therefore, these type of practices makes the Bhakti saint too much respected into the southern India. So, this was the chapter which I used to explain, which was related to the new kings and kingdom after the Mauryas. So, in the next video, we will discuss about the exercise, match the column and true and false and question answers related to this chapter. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.